The Rise and Fall of a Fragile Dream, the story of the Weimar Republic. In the cold twilight of 1918, as the guns of the First World War finally fell silent, Germany stood broken. Its empire was gone. The Kaiser had fled into exile. The streets buzzed with revolution, and the future was uncertain. From the ruins of this old order, a new idea was born, a bold experiment in democracy. In the quiet city of Weimar, far from the chaos of Berlin, delegates gathered to give birth to a new constitution. And thus in 1919, the Weimar Republic was formed, Germany's first attempt at a republic, governed by the people, for the people. At first, it was a beacon of hope. The new government promised freedom, rights, and representation. The people would vote not just for leaders, but for the very soul of the nation. For a brief moment, it seemed like Germany might leave its imperial past behind. But shadows gathered quickly. Like a ghost, the Treaty of Versailles haunted the young republic. Signed under pressure from the Allies, it demanded that Germany accept full responsibility for the war. The price? Billions in reparations, loss of land, and military humiliation. To many Germans, it felt like betrayal, a stab in the back, by the very leaders who had sworn to protect them. Trust in the Weimar government began to erode, even as it struggled to rebuild. By 1923, the economy had spiraled into hyperinflation. A loaf of bread could cost a trolley of banknotes. The middle class saw their savings vanish overnight. Angry mobs filled the streets. Uprisings broke out from left-wing communists dreaming of Soviet-style revolution to right-wing nationalists plotting revenge. But still, the Republic survived. Barely. Then in the mid-1920s came a pause. Foreign loans flowed in. Cities buzzed with life. Berlin became a capital of jazz, cabaret, modern art, and bold new thinking. The Bauhaus School redefined architecture. Cinema flourished. Thinkers, poets, and painters thrived in the smoky cafes. It was a time of dazzling brilliance, but beneath it all, the foundation was shaky. Politics remained fractured, with dozens of small parties fighting for control. No one party could rule alone. The people were free, but also divided, restless, and afraid. Storms returned. Then in 1929, the Great Depression struck. American loans vanished. Banks collapsed. Unemployment soared. Hope dried up. Into this vacuum walked a dangerous promise. A man named Adolf Hitler, once a fringe figure, now stood as a voice of certainty. He blamed the Jews, the communists, the treaty, and most of all, the Weimar leaders. "Give me power," he said, "and I will restore Germany's greatness." Many believed him. In 1933, Hitler was appointed chancellor. Weeks later, a fire gutted the Reichstag, Germany's parliament. Using fear and emergency powers, Hitler pushed through the Enabling Act, which stripped the Republic of its last defenses. The Enabling Act of 1933 was the political equivalent of handing Adolf Hitler the master keys to the German government. This law allowed the cabinet, and let's be honest, mostly just Hitler, to pass laws all on their own. No need to check in with the Reichstag or even run it by President Paul von Hindenburg. This law marked a decisive turning point in dismantling the democratic structures of the Weimar Republic and paving the way for the totalitarian regime of Nazi Germany. The dream of Weimar, fragile and noble, was dead. And from its ashes, a nightmare was born.